Hey y'all, what's good? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? We back with another video. I know it seemed like a little while. Y'all haven't seen me since Sunday when we lost to the Bills. Or not lost, when we got decimated by the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Lost 38-3. But I'm back here with another video, man. And as y'all see from the title, we're talking about Najee Harris, man. Talking about Najee Harris. Are Steeler fans hitting that panic button on Najee Harris? Not even just Steeler fans. It's all the fans hitting that panic button on Najee Harris. Am I hitting the panic button on Najee Harris? Me personally, no. But, hey, I'm hearing everybody saying, hey, Najee might be a bust. Najee might not be that good. You know what I'm saying? Najee, he missing holes. He not doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Najee looking like the next Trent Richardson. Now, all I have to say to this is, some are wrong, some are right. You know what I'm saying? As y'all know, our offensive line has been very, very mediocre the last couple years. Honestly, this year, I think the offensive line has gotten a lot better. They've showed me a lot. You know what I'm saying? They're doing very well protecting the quarterback, but the one thing they're not doing pretty good at is protecting the running backs, opening up holes for the running backs. One of those situations are Najee Harris. They're not really opening holes for Najee Harris, and when they do, this is where Najee Harris becomes a problem. He's not finding the holes. Now, this is a very sticky situation because Najee Harris, we drafted him first round. He was obviously the best running back coming out of that class last year or 2 years ago, and we took a chance on him because we needed a running back. We knew we weren't going to be able to re-sign James Conner, and last year, he had one hell of a year. He had one hell of a rookie season. Now, this year, obviously in the preseason, Najee got hurt. He had a little foot injury. And even today, he came out and said, I've had a plate in my foot since the season has started. And he just got the plate removed a couple days ago. And he says that he feels 100%. He says he feels 100% now. Najee Harris is not, that has nothing to do with his vision. That has nothing to do with maybe it has a little bit to do with the way he's running, but that has nothing to do with his vision. The last couple games, or honestly, all season really, Najee Harris, he looks a little weird out there. He looks like he's not running like Najee Harris. He's running like whoever tape he's watching. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not running like himself, you know, and his vision hasn't been that clear either. Now, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Our offensive line has gotten better. Maybe he's not used to that. Maybe he's so adapted to running to the outside, you know what I'm saying, instead of running up the middle that it's affecting his run game. You know what I'm saying? Because I have seen clips, I have seen videos where the offensive line has opened up huge holes, gaping holes, you know what I'm saying, for Najee Harris to run through, and he instantly bounces out to the outside. Now, I said this was a problem a couple weeks ago. I mentioned it in one of my pregame or postgame videos. I forgot who we were playing, but it was weeks ago. And I said Najee Harris, he has to find those holes, and he has to stop hesitating, too. He hesitates a lot. Just run. Just run. You don't always have to make the first move. You're big. You're a big guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to always leap over people, but put your body into him. Give him a stiff arm. You know what I'm saying? You're a big guy. Play like you big. Play like you're Najee Harris. And that's the one problem I have. Najee Harris is not playing like Najee Harris, but it's also not 100% his fault. I'm giving it 50% his fault, 50% of the line fault, because even though the line tends to open up holes sometimes, I'm not even going to say sometimes, less of the time, but they do it, and you can visibly see it. You know what I'm saying? Also, the line, they're not really opening up holes a lot, so most of the time they're getting pushed back into Najee. Another thing about the line is when Najee Harris does get his little 11, 10, 12-yard runs, most of the time that play is negated from a flag, from an illegal man downfield, or a holding, or a illegal hand to the face. You know what I'm saying? Our offensive line does get a lot of flags on those run plays. Now, coming in this week, Mike Tomlin, you know, it was reported that Najee Harris is averaging 3-point-something yards a carry, and Jalen Warren's averaging 6-point-something yards a carry. I don't know the exact numbers. And it came out that Mike Tomlin said that Najee Harris, you know what I'm saying, will be taking a little backseat, not benched or nothing, obviously, but, you know, Jalen Warren, he'll be getting more. He'll be getting more clock. And honestly, I don't see the problem with this. I love the way how Dallas runs their two-man set. I love the way how multiple teams run their two-man set. Cleveland, you know, Dallas. It's teams out there that do the two-man set. And I wouldn't be mad over one of them because Jalen Warren is a dog. And if y'all remember, over the offseason, I was talking about how we need a dual running back. We need a dual running back. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have Najee Harris and someone else. And we found one in Jalen Warren because Jalen Warren's a beast. He's a tiny guy, but he's a great blocker. He's not afraid to get hit. He's not afraid to hit you. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to break tackles. I like Jalen Warren. So I would love if we could run like a Zeke, which would be our Najee, and a Tony Pollard, which would be our Jalen Warren. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, I like that for us. You know what I'm saying? But Najee Harris, you know, I basically come here to say I'm not souring on him yet, but a lot of people are, because what they're seeing is Najee Harris, he's not using the holes. You know what I'm saying? He could be doing so much better if he uses his vision. You know what I'm saying? He could be so much better if he will have the right movement. Now, like I was saying with the movement, I don't know if that's because the plate in his foot that he got taken out. He said he feels 100% now. So we're going to see this week and in the next upcoming weeks, but we got to get on the roll. We got to get on the roll because now we 1-4. We losing. We look bad. You know what I'm saying? We 1-4. We got to get it on the roll, bro. And it don't get no easier. But Najee Harris, you got to find those holes because people are starting to look. People are starting to see you. People are starting to see you. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope it's because you weren't 100%. Let's hope you get back on the track, you know what I'm saying? And let's hope we can build a running back committee. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope we can build a Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, and honestly, let's try to get Benny Snell more involved. But that's really all I got. I just wanted to come here and let y'all know how I feel about Najee and why I'm not souring on him and how I feel like it's kind of 50-50. It's kind of on him and it's kind of on the line. Najee got to find the right holes. He has to run like Najee Harris. Don't run like nobody else. Don't run like nobody else film you watching, nobody else tape you watching. Run like you. You have the potential to be you. You know what I'm saying? I don't compare you to no other running back because I feel like you can beat them running backs that, you know what I'm saying, gets all the comparison that they compare our young guys to. You can be one of those in the next 12, 13 years when your career is over and you have a Hall of Fame type career. You know what I'm saying? I see you as one of those guys. So, Najee Harris, I just need you to step up, find the holes, run like you. Also, offensive line, I need y'all to block more. Try to open up more holes for Najee because a lot of people, that doesn't happen all game. You know, the holes aren't opening all game. It's about 2-3 times in a game that I can say that there's gaping holes open. You know what I'm saying? It happens every 3 to 4 drives, really. Our offensive line isn't that good. You know what I'm saying? But Najee Harris, yes, he can be better. The line can be better as well. You know what I'm saying? We are going to see a little bit more Jalen Warren. And, yeah, if Jalen Warren can do it, Najee can do it. If Jalen Warren can average 6 yards per carry, Najee can definitely do it. So we need to see Najee come into effect more. We need to see him playing more of that Nick Chubb role. Even though he's not as big as Nick Chubb, but he has the power. So, Najee Harris, you know what I'm saying? I'm not souring on him. I'm not hitting the panic button on him yet. This is only his second year, and we're only, about to be 6 games in? I think he's perfectly fine, and he's been injured. He's playing with a plate in his foot, or he was playing with a plate in his foot. So, time will tell. We're going to see about Najee Harris, but that's really all I got, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about him. Are y'all souring on him? Are y'all hitting the panic button on him? You know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel, but I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody to subscribe, everybody that you know. They don't even got to watch the video. I would prefer y'all watch the video, but you know what I'm saying? We on our way to 1K. We're trying to hit 1K, and yeah, we're just trying to grow the channel, but I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Everybody, please stay safe, please. And I'm out, bro.